Hey, this is Lisa from FitLab, and welcome to our in-depth comparison of the Apple Watch Series 7 versus the Garmin Fenix 7 versus Garmin Epix. You'll find the links to the products in the description, and you can use the links to check user reviews and the latest prices. Make sure to watch until the end of the video to know my final verdict on which watch is better. So the main difference between these watches is their display. I found the Apple Watch Series 7 to have a better display than the Garmin Fenix 7 or Garmin Epix. The Apple Watch's screen is not only a large 49mm, but I also found it more visible, even in sunlight, going up to 2000 nits. The Garmin Fenix 7 and Garmin Epix get just 1000 nits. The Apple Watch wins for having a more visible display than the Garmin Fenix 7 and Garmin Epix. Sports watch performance. The one thing that drew me to Garmin watches is their sports watch functionality, and I found both the Fenix 7 and Epix quite impressive. I love that I could format the display and create as many screens as needed to suit my needs, such as mixing my navigation metrics. These watches also came with a ton of workout customization options, most without the need to use third-party apps. Want to use an Apple or Android app? No problem with the Garmin watches. However, I discovered I was restricted to software from the App Store for the Apple Watch. So, although the Apple Watch also allowed me to customize some workouts and turn metrics on or off, I found its functionality limiting. I could not, for instance, easily sync my heart rate monitor on the watch to my treadmill's automatic broadcast on the Apple Watch, something that was straightforward using either of the Garmin watches. The Garmin Fenix 7 and Epix tie and come off as superior sports watches compared to the Apple Watch Series 7. Controls. I like that all three watches have touchscreen controls. However, I discovered that the Apple Watch Series 7 relied much more on the touchscreen, as several functions can only be controlled from there. I like that for both the Garmin Fenix 7 and the Epix, I could choose to use the touchscreen or the 5-button controls for all functions. Using buttons made navigating functions on the Garmin watches easier than the Apple Watch Series 7, especially with sweaty hands during a workout. The Garmin Fenix 7 and Garmin Epix tie and have better controls than the Apple Watch Series 7. Smartwatch Features. When I tried out the Garmin Smartwatch Features, I found they integrated well with other smart devices, making it unnecessary to have my smartphone with me during my workouts and runs. However, you've got to give it to the Apple Watch Series 7 for having more smart non-sport features. I like that I could make calls, receive and send text messages, get driving directions, and play music almost as well as I could from my phone. The Garmin watches compared well amongst themselves and allowed me only to get notifications, play or download music from Spotify, or use the Garmin Pay wallet. The Apple Watch also has 32 GB of storage compared to 16 GB on the basic Garmin Fenix 7. The Apple Watch Series 7 is the clear winner when it comes to being a smartwatch. How do the watches compare in terms of specifications? Battery life. In my tests, I found the Fenix 7 battery to last much longer than the Apple Watch and the Epix. Battery hours with GPS on. Although GPS takes a lot from the battery, the Fenix 7 lasted more than a day with GPS on throughout. Water resistance. I found all the watches equally suitable for swimming and snorkeling, but not scuba diving. Weight in grams. I preferred wearing the Apple Watch throughout the day as it was lighter, so it won in this category. Resolution. Because of its higher resolution, I found the Apple Watch easier to read in all kinds of lighting, and it's the winner in this category. From the table, all the watches under review are top-notch smart and sport watches. From my test, I found them to be sturdy and waterproof to 10 ATMs. Whereas the watches from Garmin had longer battery life, the Apple Watch had better resolution and was lighter. Similarities between the Apple Watch Series 7 versus Garmin Fenix 7 versus Garmin Epix. The reason I decided to compare these watches was the introduction of the Apple Watch Series 7, which is as sturdy as the two Garmin watches. I also realized that the Garmin Fenix 7 and the Garmin Epix share multiple features, and I wanted to find out the differences. All use a touchscreen, have changeable bands, and have smart and sport watch capabilities. Things you should know before purchasing the Apple Watch Series 7. I enjoyed having the Apple Watch Series 7 for some of its native apps, which include messages, ECG, news, mindfulness, remote, sleep tracking, voice memos, a walkie-talkie, a wallet for storing credit cards and the like, and cycle tracking for women's health. However, before you buy one, you should know that it comes in only one version, and I sorely miss the advantages of solar recharge when wearing this watch. What I liked: it is lightweight with a rugged build, changeable wristbands, and well-contrasted and bright display. What I did not like: it has no solar recharge function. Things you should know before purchasing the Garmin Fenix 7. Before you get yourself a Fenix 7 watch, you need to know that this watch has 8 different configurations with different solar charging, bezel sizes, and screens to choose from. I found it to have reliable health and navigation functions, all for $200 cheaper than the Garmin Epix. However, I was not very excited about its screen, as it features trans-reflective memory in pixel or MIP displays, which do not look as good as the other two watches compared here. What I liked: long life battery power, hardy build and design, LED flashlight on the Fenix 7X, changeable wristband. What I did not like: bulky to wear. Things you should know before purchasing the Garmin Epix. I discovered that the Garmin Epix comes in just one size, the 47mm, but you can get either the solar or non-solar version. You will like the attractive AMOLED screen, which I found to be bright and legible even in sunlight. I also found the touchscreen more responsive than the Fenix 7. However, it was my opinion that this watch was quite pricey. What I liked: sturdy build and design, long life battery power, always on AMOLED display. What I did not like: the high price. Verdict: so which is better, Apple Watch Series 7 or Garmin Fenix 7 versus Garmin Epix? I would pick the Garmin Fenix 7 over the Garmin Epix for the price and prefer it more than the Apple Watch Series 7 for its superior watch functions and its use of a wider choice of third-party apps. So although I found both the Garmin Epix and the Apple Watch Series 7 just as durable, I'd buy the Garmin Fenix 7 as it offered better support for my training and better value for my money. The Garmin Fenix 7 is therefore the winner. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. Also, let us know what you would like us to compare next. Thanks for watching.